fire night, long fire night.
Shatter, blast like Milan Kaka, not soccer, unlock the bomb chakra, cock blocker, poor pops, you can't stop her, cause shorty pop like a Hawapa top rasta. It's a bop, you cannot ever bow the flow. She bend it over till she tipping on her tippy toes. It ain't for you, it's for the niggas that she hitting for. Don't get it confused, the only fan is being centerfold. It's a goal to be seated on the peak. Niggas seek your demise, but ain't shit like it's feces. Beast me, boy, I'm a beast like a sheep beat. Easy on the eyes, but leap when you see me. Niggas can't see me, bro, I'm John Cena. Mentally, I'm over your head like Fred feet up. Looking for the key to the throne, I might heat up.
We going over chapter 4. Let's get it. The first law. So, the reason it's the first law, that we got 4 laws of behavior change, right? Talked about cue, craving, response, and reward. Cue responds or corresponds to making it obvious, which means you need to put the cues in front of your face.
If you can kind of tell, I've been under the weather like crazy, but I'm finally somewhat recovered from my my bout with, I don't even really know what it was, to be honest with you. I don't think it was COVID or anything, but you can never be too sure these days. I don't get the test because I'm a conspiracy theorist and I don't believe in putting I don't even know what that's like. What is that material? It's not like cotton. Like that stuff that they put in your nose for the test. What is that? It's like some sort of like, I don't know. Anyway, yeah. So basically, what this chapter is talking about is how our brains have evolved to be these sort of prediction machines. Like they have created these algorithms in conjunction with our guts and our, our nervous systems to essentially be able to identify certain trends and predict what the outcome will be before that outcome is salient. And I think that's interesting because with enough practice at any given task, you can become proficient enough to know what will happen before it happens. Like the example he gives is like a doctor looking at somebody's face and thinking like, oh, you don't look right. And it ends up that this person has like stage 4 cancer or something like that. But there was no like clear indicator that he had that. It was just like maybe a shade of his face or the way that his eyes were looking or something like that gave this doctor an inclination after seeing so many iterations that this person was probably ill. And so for us, what we need to do is we need to remember that our brains are these amazing machines because we underestimate how much that they can do.
You don't need to be aware of a cue for a habit to begin. You can notice an opportunity and take action without dedicating conscious attention, right? Some other things that he talks about include this thing called pointing and calling. So essentially, it's like bringing something from the subconscious to the conscious realm. Carl Jung says, until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate. So essentially, in order to build new habits, you have to identify the old habits.
Basically, what happens is by raising the level of awareness from subconscious to conscious, we now have the ability to interact with our environment in a more dynamic and a more consistent way. Because essentially what this is not necessarily judging yourself, but it is observing yourself. In a similar way to how meditation is not like you saying like, oh man, this is a bad thought, or oh, this is a good thought. You're just observing the thoughts go by, right? Similarly, what you're supposed to do with the habit scorecard, at least, is you go through your routines, your habits, your behaviors on a day-to-day basis, maybe throughout the span of a week. And you just label them. What am I doing? This is what I'm doing. I woke up, turned off my alarm, I checked my phone, I went to the bathroom, I took a shower, right? By labeling these things, you can begin to create a framework of what your behavior system is?
As a summary, your brain picks up on trends and it will predict certain outcomes without you having to think about it, right? Once a habit becomes automatic, we stop paying attention to them, and they just become conscious or subconscious, automated occurrences. The process of behavior change always starts with awareness. So before it becomes something that's automatic, you have to first put in the play, right? And then once you have done the play so many times, that play then becomes second nature to you. So these are just some notes for myself. Essentially, I want to take the next month to really observe, plan, execute, and measure the different behaviors that I am undertaking in order for me to do a better job of being myself.
To kind of end this vlog slash episode, I feel like one of the things that I really want to do is become more concise. Like, these videos are tough in part because I'm talking about a lot of big ideas. What I want to do is condense those into maybe a 1 or 2 minute soundbite so that you can kind of get a sense of it without necessarily having to get inundated with the entire thing. Yeah, so Atomic Habits right here.
Very good so far. A lot of really good insights, and yeah, a lot of good bars too. Easy. Anyway, my name is Son. You can call me Pastor Zen. Check out my music.
Recognize the blessings and proceed to learn the lessons. If you pass the test and question, you will leave the full impression. Usher in alone, the flow like these are my confessions. God will calibrate while soul is waiting apprehension.
For the day of eternity, boy, I'm back on my third degree. Heating up from behind the 3 holy waters surrounding me. Get the paper like Saudi, because the numbers are counting me, and I do not allow to be